Hey folks, Small Designs here, and this is the pre-build video for the Takom 135th scale King Tiger tank. Now this is my first, World War II German model that I've ever built, so I'm going to be definitely learning as I go, but I do want to put it out there that there are different variants of this model, so you want to make sure that you get the one you want. I do believe that the interiors on some are optional. You can build this model without the interior, and the Zimmer armor, which is that pattern there. Some don't come with it, so you want to make sure that you get the variant you want. You don't want to just say, "Hey, well, that's the model, that I want, the King Tiger," and you buy it, and then you go, "Oh, wait a minute, that's not really what I ordered." So make sure you get the variant that you want of the King Tiger if you are interested in this model. But I definitely wanted to build something other than the Allies. I've been building a lot of Allied stuff. So I wanted to build something German. Now I know I built, the Leopards, and that is German, but obviously it's, Western, if you get my drift. So anyway, I am not an expert at all on, anything, I guess you could say, but definitely not on World War II German stuff. And the King Tiger is definitely foreign to me. And the interior, I've been searching up and down YouTube and the internet, trying to find pictures of the interior on this tank. And obviously, the instruction book gives you a little bit on the interior, but it's, I guess, their idea of the interior. And I'm not too sure if this is like the museum copy, I guess you can say, like they copied the what they've seen in the museum. I'm not too sure. So at least they give you that, but I'm trying to find more information, I guess you can say, on what it really looked like. But at least they give you this in the instruction book. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research on what I can find for the interior. Also, I'm going to be doing a lot of research on how to build this model. Obviously, the instruction booklet is very good on how to build this model, but unlike the airplanes where I can kind of build it and you see through the windows and you do the interior, the question is, you're going to do all this interior work and then you're going to close up the tank, right? Now, obviously, the way this builds, you can have hatches and stuff open. Obviously, I took some parts off the sprue and I'm doing some pre-fitting. The question becomes, you're going to do all this interior work and you're going to close it up. Yes, that can become a problem, but you are building a model, right? The whole point of building models is to have fun building the model. And now at least the options you do have with this is if you do battle damage, at least if you open up the tank, like, you do a big hole here from a shell or whatever, at least you're going to be able to show some interior work, right? That's the idea, perhaps. Or maybe we can build this and not glue, this top portion. You can lift it up and then you can expose this. I'm not too sure. We're going to find that out together, if we can build this in such a way where you can lift it up, right? Or maybe we can build it in such a way where we can, have it exposed, if you get my drift. That's why we're doing a pre-build video. Show it in a tier fashion. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's the idea anyway. But at least we're planning this out together, right? Or we'll just build it for fun. That's the idea. But anyway, I got the diorama thing here. Now, obviously, we're using this portion. You've seen this before if you go back in my leopard videos. We're using this portion, but we haven't used this, right? So I can, from here back, I can use this. Maybe put the tiger here. Do some kind of, maybe winter scene or something. Have the tiger sitting here with the barn in the back. Maybe do some damage here, whatever. That's an idea. I got these things, these frames here. This one here is obviously from IKEA. That one fits nice. I got smaller ones, obviously, for my Sherman models, but this is too big. The Tiger's too big, and this one's a little bit longer, but this would fit really nice, right? And do a little bit of a scene here. So that could fit nice. So that could work. Other things too, I find with this model is you got to be careful with. See, the instructions are fairly nice. is right here. These got to be removed, and obviously I did remove them, but they attach here, 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 and here. Obviously, that's why I like to go ahead in the before I start building and start doing some of the bigger work now. You really got to be careful here and here. I just take my X-Acto knife and slowly carve, back and back. I don't actually cut it. I actually just sit there and almost like how they remove dinosaur bones from rocks, and just slowly shave and shave. Because this is really brittle. So you got to be careful with stuff like that. It took me about 20 minutes to do both. So it's just something to keep in mind, right? Because otherwise you'll break those off. That's why I like to go ahead a bit and then just start planning things out with the model. And obviously you got parts like this. I'm not too again, planning, right? Having hatches open, and it maybe expose as much as I can. Same with the turret, right? I got the top piece not glued, just taped down, trying to figure out what the best course of action. Because there's a lot of detail that's going to go in there. I mean, look at all that. Can I just set this down without gluing it at the end? And then lift. But again, do you really want to be touching your model all the time? And eventually you're going to have, wear marks. And then once this sits on top, I mean, right? And if you get a crew figure sitting in there, I don't know. Anyway, that's the pre-build anyway. I don't want to go too long, but the instruction book, I mean, there's lots here. And I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. But it's going to be a lot of research too, trying to figure out, what goes where. As far as aftermarket things go, what I've seen is an aftermarket barrel, full metal barrel. I might look at that. But the one I've seen as far as the kit goes, it's not two-piece, it's just plastic, one piece, where you take it off the sprue and just do a little bit of, sanding, but it's just one-piece barrel, and then you put, the tip on, so at least it's not, two pieces, and then you gotta glue and sand and all that. So you might not require an aftermarket barrel, but we'll see. After time it might sag, the plastic might sag, I don't know, because I mean, this thing is, huge, it's like a telephone pole. So we'll look at that. As far as the tracks go, the plastic ones actually look pretty good, but we'll get into that at a later date. Crew figures, this comes with none. But I think, for a model like this, doing something with crew figures might be a good idea. On the outside, perhaps. Especially if you're doing all the interior detail, maybe blocking the hatch with the crew figure might not be, the best thing. Having them on the outside might be a good thing. Then that way, at least if you're gluing all this down, or it's in place, at least you can see the detail from the inside. Maybe even putting a light on the inside, and lighting up the inside a little bit so you can really see the detail might be a good idea. Or even having the hatches open for the engine, having the crew on the outside looking like they're working on the engine, and having all these hatches on the back open. Again, we'll cover that at a later date, but this is definitely going to be a fun one. I'm glad we're incorporating some German stuff. I'm looking at getting maybe some Russian tanks or something, and getting our Russian friends involved here too, and we'll go from there. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment. And if you have any links or ideas for the interior of this model, I'd definitely like to hear it. So, all right, guys, bye.